Life doesn't always go the way we plan. The sky darkens, the path feels uncertain, and control slips through our hands. But what if peace isn't found in control, but in the unexpected? Take a deep, grounding breath with me now, inhaling slowly and exhaling fully. I began this journey expecting one kind of day, a steady trail, a lake ahead, the promise of rest beneath the mountains. But almost immediately, the Sierra reminded me that life rarely follows the script we imagine. Clouds gathered quickly, turning the skies heavy and dark. The air was cool and shifting, filled with both beauty and uncertainty. Would storms roll in? Would rain force me to seek shelter earlier than planned? In that tension, when my focus drifted toward worry, something remarkable happened. I looked up, and there they were. Sierra Nevada bighorn sheep, rare, endangered, moving with such ease across the rocky slopes. I hadn't expected to see them, and yet here they were, grazing calmly as though the day belonged entirely to them. At times they moved together in unison, then paused to rest or turn toward me. Across the river, one lifted its gaze, holding mine for a long moment. I stood in quiet awe. For minutes, I simply watched. Their presence was grounding, steadying, a reminder that the unexpected can be a gift. Take another breath with me now, in and out. As you breathe, picture them in your mind, unhurried, confident, at home in terrain that looks precarious to us. Let their calm presence steady you too. As I continued, the valley opened into vast groves of aspen trees. Their leaves shimmered with the season's change, deep greens giving way to brilliant yellows, and here and there, fiery patches of red. They seemed to dance in the light, thousands of leaves moving together, backed by the granite peaks above. The sound was a gentle rustle, like whispers reminding me that beauty is often in transition, not perfection. The aspens, like the bighorns, carried a message that change and uncertainty can be breathtaking, not just unsettling. That when we pause to notice, we can be filled with awe instead of anxiety. Take a moment to picture those trees, glowing, shifting, alive. Let their presence remind you that transformation can be beautiful. So often in life, when uncertainty appears, we brace. We tighten our shoulders, clench our minds, and tell ourselves that if we can just control the situation, we'll be safe. But the truth is, control is rarely what brings peace. The bighorns didn't resist the rocky ground. The aspens didn't resist their leaves turning. Neither demanded certainty. They simply moved, shifted, and belonged to the moment they were in. Take another breath. As you inhale, notice where in your life you might be bracing. As you exhale, release just a little of that tension. Inhale, I trust. Exhale, I release. As I walked further, the clouds overhead became a mirror for my own thoughts. They were dark, heavy, full of threat, but no storm came. Puffy clouds shifted, blue patches opened, and the day unfolded with unexpected gentleness. How often do we brace for storms that never arrive? How often do we lose the beauty of the present moment because we're certain difficulty is just ahead? Breathe with me again. Inhale openness. Exhale fear. Like the aspens glowing and shifting light, you don't have to resist change. Like the clouds breaking open, you don't have to carry every storm. Imagine yourself standing by the river, the bighorns grazing calmly across the slope, steady, unhurried, at home. Now see the valley filled with aspens, thousands of leaves rustling in the breeze, colors glowing with a touch of light. Behind them, granite peaks rise strong and steady. Let this image fill you. The strength of the bighorns, the beauty of the aspens, the steadiness of the mountains. Together, they remind you you can trust the rhythm of life, even when it surprises you. Repeat quietly to yourself, I too can belong, even in uncertainty. I too can move steadily, even when life shifts. I too can see beauty in change. We'll practice this together. On your inhale, silently say, I trust. On your exhale, silently say, I release. Notice how your breath softens your body. Notice how, like the aspens, you can let change move through you. Notice how, like the bighorns, you can remain steady on uncertain ground. Think of a time in your life when something didn't go as planned. Perhaps at first it felt unsettling, even disappointing. But later you noticed a gift you hadn't expected, a new connection, an insight, a beauty that revealed itself in the shift. Hold that memory gently. Let it remind you that the unexpected isn't always to be feared. It can carry its own form of grace. Here on this trail, the aspens and bighorns reminded me that worth isn't found in controlling outcomes. It's found in showing up, open, steady, willing to notice what arises. Your worth, too, doesn't depend on controlling everything. You already are enough, even when life surprises you. By the end of the day, the skies became clear, puffy clouds drifting against a blue backdrop. The storm I feared and was prepared for never came. Instead, the unexpected carried beauty, the contrast of light and dark, the rare presence of bighorns, and the shimmering aspens glowing against the granite peaks. This is the rhythm of life. Moments of uncertainty, gifts of surprise, and the calm we find when we allow ourselves to trust. Breathe deeply again now. Inhale, trust. Exhale, release. You don't need to know the ending. You don't need to hold every outcome. You can rest in the unfolding. If you want deeper support in learning how to trust the unexpected, in calming anxiety and finding steadiness in the unknown, I offer psychotherapy for California residents. You can find more details in the description below. As we close, let these affirmations settle into you. I can trust what unfolds. I'm steady even when the path surprises me. Unexpected gifts bring me back to myself. Take one final grounding breath with me, in and out. The mountains remind us, storms pass, leaves turn, surprises come, And in the rhythm of it all, we discover the gift of the unexpected. Take good care.